There are many archetypes. There is never-ending line of archetypes, like structures in unconscious. It's like patterns in the higher consciousness or absolute, because the unconscious, it's not really a good word. Collective unconscious means that is the area where normal people don't have an access, so they are unaware that something like that exists. But it doesn't mean that the structure itself is unconscious. And in this structure, there are all possibilities, or options, or tendencies. And the tendencies and patterns that are and have been repeated many, many millions times are getting stronger and stronger, and they can affect us. It's like a basic role model, like a father or mother or old wise man, or our inner guide, teacher, guru, sage. These are patterns that affect us even though we don't know about them. You can find them in all the mythologies and stories and old pictures, and every civilization have some. But there are archetypes that you can somehow connect to different qualities, different emotions and feelings and perceptions. Like Ganesha is very much connected to Muladhara, because it's the basic structure of survival, and it's the border between the conscious and unconscious. And he is the one who is helping you to dissolve this border, this block between conscious and unconscious, and expand the consciousness. And he's connected to earth elements, so very strong, very powerful stability and groundedness, roots in the ground. And in Svadhisthana, you can choose a different archetype. We will work with Kartik Kumar next meeting, next lecture, with his quality and with his weapon that allows you to get through this level of consciousness. Or you can use the Western type kind of archetypes. We will touch some of them. I will explain you one of the archetypes, how we perceive them, like the child archetype and adult archetype. We will get to it today. I think I have it in the presentation. And it's not easy to explain archetype, because archetype it doesn't have precise borders. You can't describe it in a way we describe some material object, because it has no strong border. The qualities, that's why it is archetype. It's kind of a pattern, and it will be also affected by our own experience. So even though we can talk about the archetype of persona or anima and animus, or old wise man or sage, or all these archetypes, that we are just approximating, we are getting a little bit closer. What does it mean? But to really understand them is through your own experience and integration of the archetype. And without a personal experience, it will still stay on a layer of the rational explanation, which is okay to a certain level of understanding, but to really live through it and integrate it, for that you need to have some practice and own experience.
Daniel, what is the image that we have right now? What is that?
Because the Svadhisthana is connected to element of water, and it represents all the liquids in nature and also in us, and our body is 60% liquids, water. It's connected to our blood, to our reproductive organs and all the juices that flows inside of us. And it can be viewed or visioned as a stream, as a water, as a river of life. And by harmonizing and developing the archetypes connected to Svadhisthana, we are getting into what is called the flow. We can live through the life with contentment and with lightness, not force it. We can enjoy every second, every minute. We flow in a river, but we don't fight it. We don't try to swim upstream, because we know there are some rules that we can't just get over them. Yes, we can of course swim upstream, but it will take all of our energy, and at the end we will be anyway guided and drawn by the stream downwards. We can just slightly navigate through the stream, not to hit some stones and rocks and bottom of the river, but if we are wise enough, we can stay in the flow of life, and find that lightness of emotions and feelings. And it's also connected to the idea how we perceive the world. If we perceive it as a beautiful as place full of experiences and potentials and beautiful things, or we can see the world as a terrible place full of danger that is haunting us, and then the life will be either hell or heaven on earth. And it's very much connected to this quality of Svadhisthana.
And so do you think that this quality is also connected to the feminine?
It is connected to harmony between feminine and masculine. Here you need to reconnect back these two energies. That's why we will be doing some of the techniques like Nadi Shodhana. We need to balance the male and female, or solar and lunar, left-right nostril breathing, because the only way how you could be creative in the world is by reconnecting the feminine, that means energy, activity, with wisdom, with consciousness, with stability, and with that fire. And only in the connection of these two principles can life be beautiful and creative. Otherwise we are just strengthening part of our quality, part of our personality.
Sorry, go.
The feminine, maybe you can see it as the picture here it's representing, but that means a little bit, it's like a metaphor to our quality of giving birth. It means the beginning of the world, like the womb of the mother, or womb of the universe, from which everything is born. And the water quality and giving a birth, that's the flowing of the juices in our body. But it's not just feminine, but a man has its inner guide, a guru, a soul in a form of feminine. And we need to get it in a balance.